work within a lot of different diverse communities, right?
Right.
And like among the things that I experience is walking into a culture that is fundamentally different than the one that I grew up in, right? And that's kind of what you were just describing.
Right.
There are like a lot of different things that happen with that experience because, you know, I walk out of my door with my own understanding of proper etiquette, what's, you know, healthy, what are good boundaries, what is, you know, the volume level, all these different like kind of things that I think we all define to some extent with our social space.
Right.
So I walk into another social space that, you know, has a different cultural definition, has all, you know, different boundaries with all those things.
Right.
I feel like it's my responsibility walking into another cultural setting to some extent know that I'm bringing my culture there, but also being respectful of the culture that I'm walking into.
Right.
To me, an ideal situation is when that culture that I'm walking into embraces me and welcomes me as a new element that can enhance the equation, rather than being an alien element that comes in and threatens the equation.
Right.
And so to some extent, I think that part of this conversation about the work that we may want to do in like across the board in all different kinds of neighborhoods is what are we bringing to this other equation when we're going there?
Right.
What are our assumptions?
Right.
To what extent are we used to wielding power?
Right.
You know, are we used to being in charge?
Right.
Are we used to, you know, walking somewhere and everyone kind of hop step to what we do?
Right.
If that's the case, maybe rethinking how it is that we even walk around, like in and engage with other people, because there may be a very healthy balance in bringing what's valuable about where we're coming from, while being really open to all the possibilities of other cultures and other ways of doing things that are incredibly valuable that we may not have had much exposure to. So when we're talking about, like, let's say this neighborhood that y'all are, you know, this collective is trying to work in, now that that space has been open to actually have that conversation, hopefully there's a space to actually really analyze where are we coming from with our own culture, what are our assumptions walking into this that keep us from truly being friends with the community that we're working with.
Right.
How do we erase that us and them dynamic, which is just poisonous.
Right.
Any way you cut it.
Right.
Whenever you put that boundary of us and them there,
Right.
it leaves so much room that there's just like this just universe of space between you and the person that is your family.
Right.
If I see like people like working with, you know, social, well, like, you know, just action in their communities and they're trying to engage with other folks, like I'm looking to see friendships and family relationships being built.
Right.
And I've seen some real earnest attempts at that.
Right.
But I'm yet to see it really kind of break that boundary where everyone's just family here.
Right.
We go spend time in each other's living rooms, each other's kitchens. We spend time on each other's porches. And take the time to really build the relationships and not think of it as an appointment.
Right.
You know, we live in a very appointment-oriented kind of society where it's like, oh, I have this to do, this to have, all these tasks.
Right.
And this is just one among the many tasks I have to like accomplish.